So in this video, I'm going to show you guys the easy credit cards that you guys can get. Now, when I first started off with my credit, I didn't know which credit cards to get. I'm like, how do I get through the door? And I just tried to apply for some. So let me tell you about a few easy ones you guys can get just to get your foot through the door so you can start raising your credit score. Remember, I want everyone to make sure that they have at least 4 credit cards and 1 loan on their credit report so that we can boost it up. So let me teach you more about credit and also about which credit cards is probably best for you. So Capital One, they have 2 credit cards. They got the Quicksilver, and then they also have the Platinum. So my screen sometimes is going a little slow, my computer, but please, please, please bear with me. So they have the Platinum also. So you guys can apply for the Quicksilver and the Platinum. They allow you to have 4 credit cards, 2 personal and 2 business, but they just cannot be the same credit card. So with these 2 credit cards, too, they're going to look at your TransUnion credit score and your Equifax credit score. And both credit scores you can see on creditkarma.com. And if you guys don't have creditkarma.com, please contact me so I can tell you why you need to have it. They give you 2 scores and 2 credit reports for free every week. So with the Quicksilver, all you have to do is go in, put your name in, your date of birth, social, your address here, your email address here, your phone number here, your employment status here, your annual income, monthly rent, and mortgage. Now keep this in mind too. Depending on what your income is, they're not going to approve you for the loan. They're not going to approve you for this credit card. So make sure that your income is at a certain level so that you can go ahead and apply for this. I remember when I used to apply for this here, I used to always make sure my income was high there because I did not want to get denied. So they'll ask you have any bank accounts, and it's always good, to have checkings and savings. And 200,000 is usually what I put here. The monthly rent, whatever your rent and mortgage is, you can put it there. What is your primary reason for applying for this credit card? I want more credit lines, or I want a card with better features than the one I currently have. And then I have reviewed and agreed. And then you can go ahead and actually read here the electronic disclosures, and then this is information too about this credit card. Now remember, this is for people just trying to get through the door. They never had a credit card. This is for them. This is not for the people. It's like I have 5 credit cards right now. This video is not for you right now, especially if you have higher limit credit cards. If your credit limits are low, then this may be for you because they can give you a higher limit. But if that's not the case, then I wouldn't suggest this. Now, one more thing, too, I meant to mention. Let's go back to the top. This one right here, it has an annual fee. Now, an annual fee is where every year you'll pay $39. But that's just, don't let that scare you. What they'll do is they'll take that out of your limit. Now, the reason why you got annual fee is they kind of really don't want to mess with you. They kind of really don't want to give you that credit card. It's a certain risk that come with that credit card. So they charge an annual fee there just to make sure that they're not losing. So that's why they have the annual fee. Now, this one right here, they don't have an annual fee here. It's a platinum credit card. And it's the same application. Just go ahead and fill it out and click submit. So don't forget, they're going to look at your Experian, and they're going to look at not your Experian, they're going to look at your Equifax, they're going to look at your TransUnion. So these are 2 credit cards you can get. So let me show you another credit card really quickly. Now, another easy credit card to get that's going to look at your Experian credit score, and you do not have your Experian credit score on Credit Karma. That's why I always tell you guys to make sure that you get all 3 of your credit scores and credit reports from a different company because they do not have them all here. And Credit Karma, they only have the TransUnion and Equifax. So I want you guys to make sure you always have access to all 3 of your credit reports. And if you need help, I have a link, and I'll put in the description where you can get your first credit reports for just $1 for the first 7 days. So look at your credit reports, look at your scores, see where they're at. For these credit cards, I at least want you above a 550 to try to get it. But see where you at, so you can go ahead and apply for these cards. So Credit One Bank, like I said too, is fairly easy to get it. A lot of clients got it. Even when I was helping homeless people get credit, they was even getting the Credit One and the Capital One. So keep that in mind. This card may be for you. So if you want to see if you qualify or see if you can get the credit card, just go ahead and click here. See if you pre-qualify. You'll click here and you'll fill out the application. So let's let it go ahead and load up here. If it wants to load. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Booyah. There we go. So this is an application for Credit One Bank. All you have to do is fill in your name, last name, your address here, your email address, your phone number, social security number, your date of birth, and then your total income. And I always put 15,000 because they want to ask for your monthly income, not your yearly. Remember that application before I put 200,000? That's only because it's my yearly income. Your monthly income is totally different. It's divided by 12. Your yearly should be divided by 12, and it'll let you know how much you make every month. So yeah, you'll go ahead and submit this application. Now the best thing about this one too, they'll tell you what your credit score is. When you complete your application, they'll let you know whether you're approved or denied. If you're approved, right here in this area, you will see how much you got approved for after you go ahead and submit the application. And then too, they're going to have details here with your credit score, especially if you get denied. They're going to have the details here, like, hey, your credit score is this amount. We got it from Experian. And then also, too, these are the reasons why we denied you. They'll tell you why, and we need to work on those reasons. Whatever they said was wrong, we need to fix it. So let's look at another credit card. Now, this is the Victoria's Secret's credit card. Now, a lot of people say, Rickita, Victoria's Secret, that's good because I can use that credit card. But the thing is, honestly, I do not want you guys to spend more than 5% on these credit cards. And I don't care if you're a man or a woman, I want you to apply for this credit card because it's an easy credit card to get. And if you don't have 4 credit cards on your credit reports, you don't have like the maximum score that you can have. If you get the 4 credit cards on your credit reports and then make sure your balance is at 5%, that means if Victoria's Secret give you $300, you should not spend more than $15. So make sure that your balance is really low on these credit cards. You're not maxing them out. And if you need to use the credit cards, I'm going to tell you guys that you guys can get $10,000 worth of credit cards put on your credit reports. Now, I have my master credit card list that you guys can get. You guys get my master credit card list. I have over 100 credit cards there. Look there. I got the $10,000 worth of credit cards that you guys can get put on your credit reports. Now, when I got these accounts put on my credit reports, my credit scores went up a lot. So that's why I always suggest this to my client. I mean, over 60 points. So I always suggest this to my clients, especially if you want to get the 100 points on each report, in 30 days. If you want to make sure that you can really boost your score up, I suggest that you get those credit cards. And I'll have the master credit card list in the description so you guys can go ahead and get it. But let's look at this Victoria's Secret. So the application is here. Remember, if you're a man or a woman, I do not care. I really want you guys to get this credit card. Honestly, I really do, because it's easy to get. Now, you can pick between which credit card you want to get. I guess a man will get this one, a female will get this one. You can get whatever you want to get. Doesn't matter. Oh, they're trying to cancel on me. Did I take too long? You put your first and last name here, your social security number, your date of birth. They have your address set up a little differently here. So put your zip code here first. They put your street address, your apartment number. Make sure you're putting your apartment number. If you have an apartment or suite, make sure you guys are putting that on every application. And the reason why I say I want you guys to put on every application is because if you forget to put that on there, your neighbor is going to have your credit card. Oh my gosh. So make sure you guys are putting that on there. You do not want your neighbor to have your credit card. You put your city, state there too. You already put your zip code here. Put your email address on both of these lines. I want to make sure it's right. And then I always just put my mobile number. I usually don't put an alternate number. Now, this is the sauce on top of everything. You can add someone as an authorized buyer, which is an authorized user. So if you and your spouse are trying to fix your credit, trying to raise your credit score, then you need to look into being an authorized user. Authorized users, when you apply for this credit card and say they approve you for $500, if you ask someone as authorized buyer, they can use this credit card. So I suggest that you make sure you pick the right person to be an authorized buyer or authorized user. It's the same thing. Now, the biggest thing and the best thing I like about adding someone as authorized user is because this account will show up on their credit report also. And that means that when I said I wanted you guys to have 4 credit cards, because someone is an authorized user on your credit card, one of your credit cards count as a credit card for them. So they could technically only have 3 credit cards in their name. They're an authorized user for you, and they'll be fine. They got 4 credit cards now. So if you're trying to raise your credit score, and you're trying to fix your credit score with your spouse, make sure you guys get this card and add your spouse or your whoever you're fixing your credit with as an authorized user. But don't forget, you're fixing credit for a reason. That person that wants to be an authorized user wants to fix their credit for a reason. I mean, in the past, they weren't able to manage their credit. So keep that in mind. Any charges that they make is on you. It's all on you. Now, anytime I suggest you add someone as an authorized user, it's very like your spouse, you trust them, somebody you really can make sure that they're not going to max out that credit card and leave you hanging. You do not want someone that's going to use your credit card, because just because they don't get the card in the mail or you take that card, that doesn't mean that they can just call in and get another card. So yeah, these are easy credit cards to get. I'm going to get more into authorized users, authorized buyers. Make sure you guys are on my YouTube channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I'm going to make sure I have that in the description also. And I really love you guys, and I really appreciate you guys for supporting me all of this time. So if you want to get an easy credit card, make sure you guys apply for the Capital One, apply the Capital One Quicksilver, apply for the Platinum, apply for Credit One Bank, and apply for Victoria's Secrets. Now, this is just the bonus part of the video. This bonus part of the video is for people that's unable to get approved for these credit cards. That means that your credit may be bad. That's the guaranteed fact, is bad. So if your credit is that bad, you have to give yourself a chance. These credit cards, what they would have did, they would have posted onto your credit reports. And when they posted on your credit reports, it would have boosted your credit score up. And now everybody see you have credit cards. All these companies see that you have credit cards. So everybody wants to give you a credit card now. Everybody wants to give you a credit card. Rickita, you have a card, you have a card, you have a card. All these companies just give you credit cards now. All these offers coming in the mail. Everybody want to give you a credit card. Now, the thing is, you don't have that, you don't have them backing you saying that you're paying on time, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to report to the credit bureaus and say that you're paying on time and you're not maxing out your credit cards. Now, if they're not willing to give you a credit card, you have to start with a secure credit card. A secure credit card is a credit card too, but you put the money up. I said Victoria's Secret, they make you $300 or $500, then that's their money. But the thing is, when you get a secure one, that $300, $500 you're going to put up. You're going to send that to them and say, hey, send me a credit card. And use as collateral. That way, if I do not pay it back, just keep my money. Because I know you don't trust me, but let's give it a chance. I really need this account on my credit reports. A lot of people don't understand that you may have to get a secure credit card, and that's fine. I see people start off with a secure credit card. In 2 months, they got regular credit cards. They got like $4,000 in regular credit cards. Okay, you guys, so it's 4 easy credit cards that you guys can get in terms of secure credit card. Remember, you guys have to put your own money up front. Now, the credit builder card is an easy credit card that you guys can get, but if you're in Wisconsin, you can't get this credit card. But you're allowed to get 2 credit cards, and you should be able to do this in minutes, like literally. You should be able to sign yourself up quickly. They can take the money right off the debit card and get you started right away. So this one right here will require a $200 deposit, but you're allowed to have 2 of them. So I always tell clients, get prepared to pay $400, and that's going to get you 2 cards. So go ahead and pay $400, and you'll get 2 of these cards, and they're going to report this to the credit bureaus before you can get the card. Usually they wait until you get the card, and then they'll report it to the credit bureaus, but they're going to report right away. They're going to report right away, which is amazing. That's really good. Now, since it's only $200, I do not want you to spend more than $10 on this card. Like, seriously. And don't forget, too, this card has a small fee, I think of like $22 or $19. I want you guys to keep this in mind. When you get this card, they're going to take that money for that fee right away. So you do not need to spend that $10 right away. Just wait. And you do not have to spend your credit cards at all to really boost your credit score. So these are the secure credit cards, especially if you're trying to boost your credit score. That's the only reason why you wanted credit cards in the first place. Get this card, but remember, if you're in Wisconsin, you can't get it. They're going to require $200 down, but you're allowed to have 2 cards. So let's go to the next card, which is Open Sky. Now, if you're in Wisconsin, this is perfect for you. I got this credit card before. I paid $1,000 to go ahead and get it. But I think the minimum deposit is actually $200. So you can start now with just $200, I believe. So go ahead and click Start Now. Fill out this application. And then they'll take the $200 off of your credit card. Off your debit card or credit card, whatever you want to do. They'll take the $200 off of your card. And then they'll send you their card just like this, Open Sky. So you can go ahead and get this card. And even if you're in Wisconsin, you can get this card. Now, this is another card for Wisconsin. So you guys know the credit builder card. I love this card for out-of-state people. I love it. Get this card. Like, I understand you can get the other 2 secure cards, but this secure card is better because they're going to report right away. So you have the Open Sky if you're in Wisconsin, another one that you have, or if you anywhere you can get this credit card. You have another one called the Green Dot. So I know you know Green Dot probably was the secure cards in general, debit cards. Now they have a secure credit card where you only have to make a $200 deposit, and it's called a Platinum too, secure Green Dot Platinum credit card. So you have to make a $200 deposit, as low as $200. You can make up deposits, I think up to like $3,000, but just make a low deposit on this account and just fill in your information. They're going to send you this credit card in the mail. So go ahead and put your name, your first and last name here, your number, your email address, your address, social security number, date of birth, your monthly income and expenses, and go ahead and read this here to tell you all about the card that you're going to get. And then I've read and agreed to the following. That's only if you agree. If you don't agree, then you're like, no, you don't go ahead and click there. You click apply, and they're going to see this card in the mail, and they're going to report to all 3 credit bureaus. All the cards that I told you are going to report to all 3 credit bureaus. That's the most important part. If a card is not going to report to all 3 credit bureaus, I honestly would not get it. Like, I really need you guys to report to all 3 credit bureaus so that I can boost my credit score up. Now, another easy account to get is the Capital One too. Let's click continue. They're going to time us out. It's a secure credit card though. So with this one, they're going to tell you, depending on your credit, instead of sending the whole $200, they're going to send you a $200 credit card. But instead of sending the whole $200, if your credit is better, they're only going to tell you to send $99 or $99. And then 2, if your credit is not so good, but they still want to help you out, they're going to see you $200. Now, this credit card is a little harder to get than the other ones, too, the other 3, which is the Credit Builder card, the Open Sky, and then the Green Dot card. This is harder to get because Capital One, after 5 months of on-time payment, they're going to put you into a regular account. So they're, after you pay your account for 5 months on time, you got the balance low, they're going to give you this. They're going to give you this in a regular credit card. So it should go up to like a $500 limit. So yeah, you put $200 down but in 5 months, it should go to a regular credit card. So I really want you guys to look into getting a secure credit card. But keep this in mind too. If you can't get approved for this credit card, then you still got the other ones. Now don't forget you got that $10,000. I always suggest all clients get the $10,000 automatically. That's what you do no matter what. I don't care if you get 2 credit cards somewhere else. The 2 credit cards you should always start off with is the $5,000 credit cards. And they approve anybody for that card. I mean, anybody can get approved for that. You know how it's a hit or miss to get approved for this one? It's a hit or miss to get approved for this Capital One here. It's a hit or miss to get approved for this Platinum one here. It's a hit or miss to get approved for this Credit One. And it's a hit or miss to get approved for these Victoria's Secrets. The other ones are $200 secure credit cards minimum. So they're going to approve you for that. But Capital One is still like, oh, I don't know. It's a little risky for them, so they may not approve you. But the other 2, they don't care if you have a